Kennedy is gone. We got to work with what we have. And how do you expect, even if she is trash, like some people have said, how does she get better in this system sitting on the bench? Meanwhile, you got the Mystics and they giving not just the Mystics, you got the Suns, the Mystics, they giving their rookies a chance to contribute to the game. I think Marsh is missing an opportunity to see what a big lineup looks like going with Maddie, Kamilla, and Angel on the floor at the same time, or mixing them up and then Haley Van Lith running the point. Up until this point, you ain't had nothing to lose because we were already losing, right? So what if it works?
Yeah.
And so even though we pulled out the win tonight, I'm still questioning some of his decision making. Um, and to hear that man sit up there and say, when asked,
Did he say that
Rebecca.
after the game, L, or was that in the
Yes,
interview?
I dropped the link in the chat earlier. Yes, he said it. I'll drop it again. So
That's
you, I want you
diabolical.
to play it so we can listen to it together.
No, you
That
got to
man
send
said
send
up
it to me.
there
Send it to me
on
on my
Instagram
phone.
or a
Yeah.
text.
Yeah. Send it. Don't matter.
Okay, I'll send it to you in a quick second. But I was like, what? That on it? Huh? Like even the report, the people see how the impact that Beck Allen had on tonight's game.
Man.
And yes, Kia hit. How many threes did she hit tonight? Two?
Yeah. What you talking about? Kia Nurse?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kia Nurse was 2 of 7 from 3-point range.
Okay. So that's not enough for me, right? And it shows that what we've been saying all along. She's a streaky player. Now I will give him props. I think Bantam touched the court for like a hot Cheeto second.
She
And
4 minutes. Her minutes are dwindling down, man.
that's this game. But
Yeah.
let's see if he continues. I ain't gonna give him credit for that just yet.
Now, because look, I'm gonna say this, L. If he would have took Rebecca Allen out of the game and brought Rachel Banham back in the game, I probably would have ripped my TV off the wall.
No, for real. For real. I watched the first half of the game in my car driving back from another city. So I couldn't I had to just listen. But
Mike,
who was that? The
that
other
was
thing
me.
I'll say
Sorry.
real quick. Oh, the other thing I'll say real quick is just I believe in when y'all got to get over this idea. When I say y'all, it doesn't mean everybody. So the y'all is to those who you know it applies to. Y'all got to get over this idea that we can't critique our players. We've said it before the other night. A lot of us love Kamilla and we love her game, but K-Seb just said it. Like offensively, she was dominating tonight, and then she had some sparks defensively tonight.
Mm-hmm.
She deserved to be player of the game tonight because she got
Yes.
out there and she produced. That is what we want to see. We also want to see more, just like we want to see Angel finishing under the rim more, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with that also comes there's always two sides to a coin. You ain't never picked up a coin or a dollar bill and it only has one side to it. Both sides are valuable regardless of what side you put it on, but there's still something that has to be improved with everybody's game. So this idea that people keep crashing out and going off on the sky and talking about Angel and she's not contributing lets me know that y'all not real basketball fans or y'all don't really understand basketball, because it always takes even your star player. Asia is undisputedly the best player in the W right now.
Oh
But
yeah.
guess what? She cannot win every game by herself. She can't win no game by herself. No matter how. We just saw Duval talked about it earlier. Enrique had an outer body experience tonight on that court. It still
We
wasn't
said,
enough
hey, we
for
said it
Dallas to
last
win.
night though, L. We said Enrique's a due for a game, and she got
Yeah.
on a heater tonight.
Paige is poised. She came into the league poised. She looks
Man,
good. She
I
looked real
we won't
good.
talk about Paige, man.
And
We
even
don't
with
want to
that,
talk about her.
well, but my only point in bringing either of them up is that, as be that as it may,
Yeah,
about both of them, it still wasn't enough to win
yeah.
the game. So my point stands is that it takes more than one or two people to win a game, even if you're a franchise player, even if you're a star player, even if you're a dominant player. And some people seem to forget that Angel in particular is being used in a different capacity on this team in a new system.
Mm-hmm.
She's used to having coaches that will cuss you out.
Yes.
And you got Coach Marshmallow over there whispering. And she's trying to, even if it's something that she did in the past, she's been playing in the post long enough that she has to get reacclimated to where she came from in terms of playing style and her position.
Yeah, you're right, L.
And scoring alone does not mean that a person is a good player. A great player makes an impact on the floor in multiple ways that
Yeah.
don't always show up in the stat sheet.
Thank
It's
you.
the intangibles, and we talk about it over here all the
Thank
time.
you. Thank you. L,
And even
your
with that
active
said,
listening
yep,
skills
she's
is there,
still
huh?
right, exactly. And even with that, she's still got to finish under the rim.
Yeah.
She's got to finish through the contact under the rim. Let's be clear, because it's
Yeah.
not just her not finishing under the rim or at the rim. It's her finishing through contact at the
Hmm.
rim. Because
And
we can't
you know what's
pretend that
funny,
she don't
L?
have two or three people on her when she get in the post.
You know what's funny, L?
What?
Like every time that you come up on the panel, even in the chat, you keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, a lot of people can't keep their feelings out of it, right?
Hmm.
But you don't mind critiquing anybody, even if it's Angel Reese, because you've said over and over again, we want Angel Reese to finish them layups under the rim. That's what we want to see.
Hmm.
But everybody wants to make fun of that. So when we start critiquing Kamilla, everybody think, oh, we just being hard on Kamilla. No, we're not.
Hmm.
We giving
Exactly.
each player on the Chicago Sky a fair critique and what we want to see to help this team get in the right direction and start winning ball games. So if
Hmm.
we're sitting here talking about this is what we want to see from Angel, this is what we want to see with Kamilla Cardosa, this is what we want to see from Kia Nurse, Rebecca Allen, so forth and so forth.
Yeah.
We're fair. We're not slighting nobody's
Yeah,
game.
no,
This is
there's no
just what we see.
favoritism here.
Yeah,
Now you got
exactly.
it. Like you said, you got to be able to separate your emotions. Like I started watching the W more again. Now I've been a fan. Y'all know I'm a former player. My kids are players. Got NBA players in the family. All of that. We're a sports family, professional from every level. But it got exciting and interesting for me again. It made me fall back in love with watching the game when I started watching Angel before she got to the W.
Ain't
And I
nothing wrong with
followed her
saying that.
right on to the W. She brought me back to the W.
Hmm.
And I'm cool with that. But here's the thing, like let's be clear, and I'm gonna land my plane here. A couple of quick points. We talking 6'7" over 6'3". We talking number 3 draft pick over
Over
number
number
7
7.
draft pick.
Yeah.
And when we talk about the Sky organization as a whole, the fever that all your fever fans that be in the comments glazing talking about Angel and the Sky and all of that, the fever was what, 1-9 when they first started last
one
season?
1 and 7.
1-7. And the
Yeah.
Aces are getting they behinds handed to them. They getting waxed and
Yep.
smacked. And
Yep.
they're a championship contending team. Even the Liberty had a close game. I didn't get to finish watching it, but who did they play earlier? They were playing the Valkyries.
Yeah.
When
But
it
the
went to
thing about it
halftime,
is
it was like a 2-point game.
they said Stewie, man, Stewie got to the line, man. They pulled it out 82-77, but they said, man, Stewie got to the line like 19 times, man. That's diabolical.
Yep.
19 times?
Yep.
Like
When
that
I
is,
looked, Inescu, Sabrina, Stewie, and Kennedy were their leading
man,
scorers.
she was 15 and 19 from the free throw line. Damn, 19 times from oh my goodness, that's diabolical. Yeah.
Yeah, so I land my plane.
Man, I
Keep that
appreciate
thing
that, L.
energy for everybody miss layups. Y'all need to
Yeah.
pick a new story.
Hey. All right, Keisha, what's up? We got Keisha in the building.
All I would say, hey, what's going on, guys? All I would say is Tyler, Tyler, Tyler. Tyler
Y'all,
Marsh is the only person that that can make me lose all the fun I
y'all was
have
over
in
there
my
crashing
life.
out, man. Y'all was crashing out, man.
He made me lose all the fun. Bro Claude brought it home because I got quiet because I was just watching Tyler, Tyler, Tyler. Tyler, the third quarter, when you go to the half, do you watch what the other team was doing in the first half, or do you just come out with whatever you had pre-planned for the third quarter? because it doesn't seem like he knows how to make adjustments. It doesn't seem like it seems like he's gonna go with his rotation no matter what. But I'm gonna tell you this, Tyler. I'm gonna keep talking because you did play Rachel Bannum for 4 minutes, so I'm gonna say okay. HBL is a little bit back, so now I'm gonna keep talking this point, Tyler. Tyler, if you don't stop Michaela Onyenwere from playing the four, you gonna make me throw my laptop. KSAP about to pull his TV off the
Yeah,
wall. But I'm gonna
yeah.
throw my laptop because I don't understand why you putting that girl in that disadvantage. Another thing, he kept coming. Look, I like Kid Nurse. She hitting shots. I get it. Blah blah blah. Whoop de whoop. I'm glad she's starting to hit her shots. It's 2 games in a row. She
Hmm.
hit her shots, right?
Yeah.
But why did he keep coming back with her defensively? I mean, he just kept coming back with her until the fourth quarter. I guess he said to himself, "I guess I'm just gonna have to ride Rebecca Allen." But the problem is, Tyler, if you would have brought, if you rolled Kia Nurse all the whole third quarter though,
Yeah. That was bad.
and Enrique
On a
was
heater.
she was on a heater, man, and Poe Ariel Atkins was running every which way from Sunday to try to stay with Enrique. Meanwhile, Kia Nurse is over there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about Ariel Atkins. She's out there giving all kind. See, Ariel Atkins is the only one defensively on that perimeter that is running through screens, going over screens, doing everything. The other look, Kia Nurse don't have that same energy that Ariel Atkins has. Either does Courtney
No,
Vandersloot.
Ariel
And that's
Atkins need help.
exact. That's why you got to bring a 6'2", 6'3" Rebecca Allen in there to help her out. There's no help on the perimeter, man. And I think Ariel Atkins is saying to myself, can I get some freaking help on this perimeter?
Can I get some help, man? I,
Yeah, she just
I,
running all over the place trying to keep up with Enrique. That's
I can't even
crazy.
tell you how many times Enrique got away with a couple of fouls of just shoving
Oh yeah,
Ariel
shoving off. Yeah, yeah.
Atkins to the ground,
But
man.
sometimes they don't make them calls, man. The
Right.
refs let them play. But the thing about the refs, man, if you establish something early, you got to be consistent. You can't wait to get in the middle of the game and start switching your calls up. You got to keep it consistent.
So I mean, I to be honest with you, look, let me tell you, Tyler. I actually believe that Kia Nurse would be really good on the bench with the bench troops. I think she would actually fit in better.
Yeah.
Tyler, but he's reluctant to make that change. He got reporters asking him that.
Yeah.
I seen the post conference. He said, "Well, I think Kia Nurse did a lot of great things out there." I
And
said,
keep going and
"Lord,
stay
Hey, let's
confident in
take a
myself.
listen
So
to
it's
the press
amazing to have her
conference.
as a point guard.
go ahead."
They're talking to Kamilla
Hey,
right
Kamilla,
now.
not only were you said you played with confidence, but we also not just saw it in the scoring, but also with your assisting, being able to find kickouts when you didn't have the best positioning.
This is
What are things
Kamilla
that you want to
Cardosa
help do to
talking.
just grow your game, not only from a scoring standpoint, but from an assisting standpoint?
I feel like that's a thing that I normally do and people don't really notice. I'm a great passer. Like I like to pass, and I think you'll probably know that I like to pass more than score. So whenever the
Wow.
double come in, I'm gonna try to find the open pass person.
First, congratulations
Hi.
on the win. Hi. Can you just talk about Sloot and just what she means to this team?
She means a lot for this team. She done a lot in here, and she's one of our vets, and she's always there for us. So just by having her, like I said, is special. You know, like she's always there for us. She's always helping us and supporting us, and she's a leader, and we like to follow her example. Like she's always early in the gym. She always stretching, doing extra work. So it's amazing to have somebody like that, and she always talking to us as well, and just lifting us up.
Camilla, I just wanted to get your thoughts on Ariel Atkins. She made several winning plays tonight. Just wanted to get your thoughts.
A is amazing. You know, she's a playmaker. She's gonna go out there and do whatever
Thank
she
you.
gotta do. So it's amazing to also have her as a vet. You know, she played hard. She played hard for 40 minutes, and I'm really proud of her.
Hey, Kamilla, for to be able to get a win, the first win of the season in such thrilling fashion, the back and forth battle, and you obviously, contributing in immense ways. What does it mean for you to be able to get the first win of the season in this sort of fashion?
It means a lot to us. I think we was hungry for a win, and we just all happy that we finally was able to come together and play like Chicago Sky today and do what we did tonight and got the win.
Kamilla, you guys really took better care of the ball today. Do you feel like that was because you're learning each other more, chemistry is improving, or what did you think that was?
Yeah, I feel like the chemistry is definitely improving, but that's something that was on our key so in the game, and we knew we turned the ball over a lot the last couple of games, and we had to fix that. So we went out there and did it.
Right. So the last couple games, a little bit, there's a struggle to maybe finish. In this game, what was different in that fourth quarter? You guys feel like you were able to keep up, and what changed about the way you were able to finish the game?
I think we played together. We play for one another, and one thing about us, when somebody's very energetic, we tend to fit in off that energy. So just playing together, playing like Chicago Sky basketball, and yeah. You know what? Right there.
Hey, Kamilla, how much was the home crowd a boost to sort of help you guys get over the finish line? Because you could really hear them getting loud, especially in that fourth quarter.
The fans means a lot to us, and it's amazing to have them, and they be loud and energetic through the whole game. So it's amazing for us to have them because the energy is special. You know, when you're out there on the court and you hear them cheering you on, you just feeding off the energy, and that gets you going.
All right, we're gonna stop it right there. We're gonna get to Tyler Marsh in a second, man. I do got some things to say about what Kamilla Cardosa said in her presser. One thing I did not like what Kamilla said. I don't like scoring. I like passing.
You heard that, huh?
Yeah, I don't like that. That should let you guys know when we talking about the passiveness and the lack of aggression that Kamilla has offensively.
She likes kicking it back out.
She likes kicking it back out. She just told y'all that if y'all listen. She just told y'all that if y'all listen. And as a big, and you're 6'7", anytime you get the ball in the post, you got to look to score. If it's not there, then you can kick it out.
Right.
But she just told y'all. She just told y'all who she is. So,
Yeah.
we got to understand that now.
And K-Sap, if you have the mismatch, Kamilla, you should not be kicking it out.
Exactly.
Unless you're being double teamed or, there's so many bodies in the paint or something like that, yeah, kick it out. But if you 1-on-1 and you 6'7", I don't.
Yeah.
I
You got to
don't
look to
know.
score, man. You got to look to, as
You
a
gotta look
6'7"
to
post
score.
player, you got to look to score.
So, and she's a better finisher at the basket. So
Exactly.
what?
She's probably the best finisher at the basket when she
So,
looks to score.
so Miller, we need you, baby.
Yeah. So we got Tiffany and Company in there. I know she was in here earlier, but she dropped out. What you got, Tiffany and Co?
Hey, Kaysa,
What's
up,
going on?
everybody? Listen, I'm not buying it. I'm just not. It's a good win, and it's only a good win because of three people and three people only. Kamilla Cardoso, Ariel Atkins, and Angel Reese. I want the record to know. I want Tyler Whispers Marsh to know that if Angel Reese did not play those last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, this would have been another loss. This would have been another loss. And just the way that this game went, it shows you that the offense for Chicago Sky should be inside out. All that 4 out, all that shooting needs to go, because the last possession where somebody missed the shot, Angel caught it, she passed, and they passed it to Beck Allen, and they found the right shot for Ariel Atkins. That's what the offense should look like. It should always look like that. You shouldn't shoot first and rebound second. it should be the people on the inside, the players on the inside, Angel and Kamilla, getting their shots up. If it doesn't work, when the defense collapses, then you hit it with the ball rotation. There's something like the matchups in this game were advantageous for both Angel and Kamilla, but they only exploited the matchups for Kamilla. Because tell me why. If we go back and watch that game in the third quarter, Angel was sitting, and that's when Enrique went on a heater. Angel was sitting while Tierra McCowan can't guard nobody. Maddie Seagrass, hot before she shoot, was on the court, and Angel was sitting. Tyler Marsh, are you okay? You know what? I just hope that he goes back and watches the game, because this is the perfect matchup where if you play Angel and Kamilla well, like whenever the starters are out, look for Kamilla first. Whenever the bench is out, look for Angel. That way, both of them could have walked away from this game with 20 points each. But Tyler doesn't know what a matchup is. He doesn't know what a mismatch is.
Yeah,
so yes, I'm happy we won today. However, Tyler Marsh, Mr. Whispers himself, you are not off the hook. This game, you guys won this game by accident. They won this game by accident. And the accident was he put Angel back on the floor so that they could make smart plays. Because when she was sitting down, that defense was horrible.
Yeah, hey. Go ahead, keep going.
I'm just going to say, it's too many people on the floor who are above 6'3" who cannot catch the ball. You can't rebound. Beck Allen, she can shoot. She does not need to play the four. She can shoot. So she's off the hook. E. Will, 6'3". How many rebounds she had? Kamilla, 6'7". She did great offensively, but 8 rebounds. Unacceptable. Maddie's not on the floor because, she's 6'3". She can't rebound either. Like, something has to change as far as defensive versatility, and that includes rebounding. Anytime Angel sits down, nobody knows how to rebound again.
Tiffany, I agree with that 100% because E. Will coming into the game, she only had 2 rebounds. You see what I'm saying? And also when you're talking about Kamilla Cardosa, she should average double-digit rebounds each game.
Every game. 6'7". She can get on her tippy toes and touch the rim, and she's not grabbing those. And I don't know. I just feel like something's not clicking. So this next game is really going to tell us who is better or whatever. Because if you look at it, this game should have been a blowout. I don't care what anybody says. This game should have been a blowout. It should have been. And they barely won. That tells you that Tyler still does not know what he's doing. And he's running into the same mistakes that the Dallas coach is running into, which is you can only figure out the offense for one of your star players. You notice how this game, Enrique went crazy, but Paige was struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Chicago. Kamilla went crazy, but Angel was struggling. You got to sit down, watch the tape, and figure out how to get both of your players going. You got to. That's how you win games.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Totally agree. But before we bring Bro Claude in here and Sister Tony, let me go ahead and let y'all hear what Tyler Marsh had to say in the press conference.
From the jump, but learning how to be that nightly as part of being a pro, and it's part of understanding what her talent is and what her potential is. And so we just want to put her in positions where she's able to do that and see that, so it can be a regular thing.
Tyler, to your left. Angel always talks about being willing to do whatever dirty work is necessary. Did you see that today? Did you see a performance that, in terms of the timeliness and the types of plays that she made, it went beyond the stat sheet?
Yeah, I think that's who Angel is in the best way. I think that that's what her skill set allows her to be. That we shouldn't just look at her as a rebounder or just as a scorer. There's so many different things that she can do on a court that helps a team win. And even though shots weren't falling for her tonight, she had 5 assists. She had huge rebounds down the stretch. And that's the kind of versatility that we see in her. And she's embraced it so far.
Marsh, Vandersloot broke Sky's all-time record for made shots and most points, and for her to do that in a year where she was away from the Sky and come back and do it pretty early in the season, I know you've talked about it all offseason, but what does her leadership really mean to not only this team, but to this entire franchise and program?
Just said in the locker room to the team and to Sloot that she is the Chicago Sky. She embodies what this city is. She embodies what this organization is. She embodies who we want to be from a mentality standpoint and how we approach day to day. So she's someone that we all look up to, and you know, her experience. What she's done in her career is something that you really can't put into words, and it's something that we all appreciate. And even those that weren't here when she, you know, her first go around with the Sky, understand how special she is to this
Tyler
organization,
just said
and to
what
this
I've been
community,
trying to
and
tell y'all.
and now how special she is to us. So.
Coach, even though it's a long season, how does this game feel? How does this first one feel for you?
A lot better than the first four. But no, I think that, you know, for us, we don't want to be complacent. We want to enjoy this one. Obviously, it's a weight lifted off of our back in the first one, but you know, we wouldn't be who we are or who we strive to be if we didn't want to turn this around and do it again on Saturday. And so that's the motive. We don't want to have any setbacks going into, you know, moving forward. We want to keep progressing, and Dallas is going to come into the next game motivated as well. And so we can't take it for granted. We can't take it lightly. And it's part of our next step in being, you know, towards achieving who we want to be. Is just continuing to put the effort and the focus into the next game.
Coach, I just wanted to get your thoughts on Ariel Atkins. She made several winning plays today, and just those 2 stops on Enrique down the stretch.
Yeah, she had huge stops down the stretch. She had huge buckets down the stretch, and I mean, the last 2 games is the Ariel that we want to see. And so she's getting more and more comfortable with our system and with her teammates, and her teammates have put her in position to allow her to know who she is to us. And I think that's just as important as anything, the mentality of feeling the love and the energy and the trust that you have from your teammates and from your coaching staff to just be you. And so that's what we want her to feel and be throughout the rest of the season.
Let's stop it right there. I do want to say some things about Tyler Marsh. Just said what I already thought. He thinks that Courtney Vandersloot is the leader of the team. He thinks that this is the Courtney Vandersloot that played in Chicago when they won a championship. That's who he thinks this is, Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney Vandersloot is not the leader of the team. Let's get that clear. And he just uttered the words that I said before I even listened to his press conference. He thinks that Courtney Vandersloot is the leader of the team and everybody looks up to her. That's diabolical. All right, let me go ahead and get Bro Claude in here, and then we'll bring Sister Tony in here. What's going on, Bro Claude? You're on mute. You're on mute, Bro Claude.
Hey everybody, hey K-Sap, hey
What's going on?
everybody. All right. First off, I want to say congratulations to Courtney Vandersloot for being an all-time scorer and an all-time assist leader for the Chicago Sky. Second thing, I want to congratulate Ariel Atkins for coming and being the player that me and you already said that she was. Third thing I want to say is congratulations to put Rebecca Allen in and giving her minutes and doing the best thing for the team. She needs more than 24 minutes to play in this game with the Chicago Sky and with this team. The third thing is that I appreciate the load management that he did with Angel because she is injured. Everybody got to understand that she would have played more minutes. But I know that me and you said it already, that we know she's ailing. We know that she's gonna do her best. She don't know how to fall yet. But to put her in the strategic way, when I was calling the game, I said, you know, they wanted Angel to go in. Some of the people that was in the chat was like, oh, put Angel in. Right now, like, no, she needs to come into the game the 6 or the 5 minute mark so that she has proper rest and proper time to gather herself to come in and do the things that we need her to do and not just keep going and going on with the flow. Angel peeps game. Angel peeps all game. She's one of the greatest defensive players probably of all time as a sophomore, to come and be able to peep what's going on the other's offense and to come in effectively, gather herself, see what their scheme is, and then handle her business. The last thing is my baby Kamilla Cardosa died for a ball. I had tears in my eyes when she died for a ball and knocked it out, and we recovered. This is the Kamilla Cardosa that I know she is. This is what we wanted to see. Yes, we do want to see more. Yes, she did have a good game. But no, this is not all. We expect much more. We expect much more from 6'7", the third overall pick. And as we see, she could be the center of our offense. She did a great job tonight. She did a great job in redemption. The passing first. I see what she's saying, but I don't want her to be a pass first 6'7" player. A lot of people don't agree with Jokic. When he does it, he's a great assist player. But Jokic assists come from him first looking for that shot first. Then you can do whatever you need to do to kick it out to the person who you think is best or open to shoot the ball. I want to say that this is a way up. This is not what I want, because remember, the other team scored 90 points. That already shows that it's still a defensive havoc for Angel Reese and Ariel Atkins. Kamilla wasn't bad, but she wasn't great. She was not great. There was balls that came that she could have gotten, but she didn't. But what she did do is show every hater that I can score. I can be the center of the offense. And one thing she did say key, K-Sap, she said, I feed off of energy off of the others. We always said that she's a follower in whatever scheme it is, defense or offense. She will be able to adapt and show, get the money, K-Sap.
Shout out to John Shaft for the $2 super chat.
Here comes the money.
The number one thing from tonight, the Sky can't play slow. All right, go ahead, Brokaw. Finish.
Good job, Khalil Blocker. He said effort. Effort is the key. We see that Kia Nurse, as we talked about, she's not that no more. Will she be? I don't know. You know, she's 29, so I don't know if she ever gonna be back to the pinnacle of sliding and doing the things. It's a mental thing, like you said, K-Sap. Once you get that ACL injury, it's a mental thing. Will we see that Kia Nurse, that she is a grimy player? She showed glimpses of being rough. I don't know. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I look at her, I miss Marina Mabry. Sometimes when I look at her. I think that this win is a stepping stool, not a completion. I think that it should be a situation where we have to understand that Tyler Marsh finally, we saw his father. Did y'all see the last defensive play when Ariel Atkins hit the ball up in the air and Kamilla Cardosa grabbed it and passed it on out? That defensive scheme, we saw his father shouting from the back of the bench, telling them to play hard defense, 1D, 1D. And then Ariel Atkins came down and she sealed the game.
Yeah, two defensive stops. Ariel Atkins, two
and
defensive stops.
Angel passed to Ariel Atkins to give the dagger. Okay,
Ariel's
that's the
knockdown
one I'm
shot.
talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
So the thing is
the
that
dagger.
yeah. So the thing is that I personally think that if we can hold on to the offensive scheme and put Kia Nurse on the bench and put Rebecca Allen up front, it's clear as day. It's plain as day. And I believe that Kia Nurse can and will be a piece. She could be the sixth man. I don't have a problem with that. She could be that person that we call the number and come in and do whatever. But Haley Marsh, Tyler Marsh, Tyler. Me and Keisha, we keep it a buck. Tyler.
All right, get to it, Blow Claw, because we got to land that plane. I got to get to the rest of his press conference.
If you don't see that Haley Van Lith is the second most energetic player that you got on that team, we're gonna have a problem in the whole season in our lane.
Problem in the whole season. All right, let's finish off Tyler Marsh's press conference, then we'll let Sister Tony get in there.
Coach, after tonight, how much closer is this team to reaching its complete identity?
Oh, I think we're a long ways away from a complete identity. I think we're making steps towards it. I think we've gotten better each game, 1 through 5, and so now it's about how we progress over the next 5. And so, but we're a long ways away from a complete identity. We want to enjoy this win and take the good and learn from the bad and see how we can apply it on Saturday. But it's a tough league, and everyone's continuing to get better. So we're not alone in that, and we just want to embrace the challenge of competing and doing that on a nightly basis.
Going back to Kamilla, you said that she can play like that any night when she makes up her mind to do so. Do you feel like there's kind of like a mental key that she has to turn there, just in terms of, she's talked a lot about her confidence in terms of just needing to mentally elevate herself into that, and how do you tap into that as a coach?
Yeah, I think it's again, I think it's a two-way street. I think there is a level of responsibility on our end as a staff to put her in positions to be successful, and then she's got to approach the game day to day with that mindset of how dominant she can be. And so we want her to understand how impactful and how important she is to us on the defensive and the offensive end. And hopefully that continues to breed trust in herself, just like we have in her. So,
can you just talk about Dallas's backcourt and what you saw out of them, and just some of the ways you felt that you stopped them tonight?
I think we got stops down the stretch. I think that they are a incredibly talented backcourt, and a lot of talk goes to Paige and Enrique, and rightfully so, but Dejanay's pretty good herself as well. And so, and they're missing Ty Harris tonight, who's another, important piece to their backcourt. And so they got a lot of talent over there, and they're learning themselves just like we are. And so it's a new system, new coaching staff, new team over there. So I have no doubts that they'll be fine as the season progresses. And for us, it's just about doing what we need to do to get Saturday. But they're an incredible team, and Chris is doing a great job with them.
Hey, did you find any new lineup combinations that you liked tonight?
I'll have to look at the film to really see. We played a little stretch with with Beck at the 4 a little bit today. So we'll reassess that and see what it is moving forward. I think, they presented some mismatches at times with their size, but we can be versatile at times as well. I thought Michaela gave us some great minutes tonight playing small as well. And so I think that's what it'll be for the foreseeable future, is just kind of going with the feel and what lineup is kind of working that night, and just taking kind of game by game.
Over here. Just compared to the last game in Phoenix, you saw things slip away in that fourth quarter. What was the main difference to you that stood out about bouncing back in this game and controlling that fourth?
I think that we just took every possession. We gave every possession the necessary attention that it needed. Down the stretch of the game, they went on a run later in the third and then in the fourth a little bit, and but we didn't quit. We kept fighting. We got stops when we needed to. We got scores when we needed to. So the biggest thing is just continuing to again build that trust together and overcoming that adversity game to game. Just staying together through it. So.
Coach, Kamilla was obviously instrumental for you guys tonight, but in terms of her getting a little bit close to foul trouble, how did you kind of work on managing that throughout the game after she racked up 3 pretty quickly?
Yeah, I think that we just had to change up the lineups a little bit. I thought Elizabeth gave us some decent minutes tonight, and then but our guards kind of took over a little bit during that stretch where Mill was out, and then she came back in and kind of picked up where she left off down the stretch. And so again, she does so much for our team. She's a huge part of our identity and who we want to be in terms of playing inside out. And so I think a part that gets overlooked is her ability to pass as well, and that doesn't always necessarily lead to assists, but she's such a willing passer that she finds the open person, and a lot of times that has a lot to do with our flow as well. And so having her and Angel and Elizabeth ability and willingness to pass and to facilitate is part of how our offense is built. So.
Having Beck in the rotation, do you feel like she could play her way into a starting role potentially?
I'm not sure. I thought that Kia gave us some good minutes the last 2 games, really. I thought she was great against Phoenix, and I thought she was pretty good tonight. The shots were hit and miss tonight, but I thought she had good energy and effort defensively. Was in, I felt good about, and so that's how I rolled with it. And I actually sent Kia to the table to sub in for, and right when I did that, Beck hit a shot, and I told Kia to come back. So that's how it's going to be, and I think our players understand that and are supportive of one another and can identify and recognize when someone else has that night, and that's part of the selflessness that we want to have as a team.
Wow!
Hold on before anybody go.
Wow!
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Before anyone go, hey, so y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from the coach and the reporters. So ain't nobody hating on Kamilla, man. Everybody asking the same question, man, about her confidence and dominating, and do she think she can? Do she know she can dominate? Hey, man, y'all owe a couple of apologies because y'all said we was hating.
Wow. I'm
God
gonna say
damn.
this, and I'm gonna let Sister Tony get in here real quick. I just heard something at the end what L wanted me to put emphasis on. When he was talking about Kia Nurse and Rebecca Allen working her way in the starting lineup, and he's talking about he thought Kia Nurse gave good minutes these last 2 games. And this goes to show you that this game could have been a disaster down the stretch. He was about to put Kia Nurse back in the game for Rebecca Allen until Rebecca Allen hit the 3. He just told y'all guys that.
Yeah, he was about to pull out.
Yeah, y'all have to listen. Y'all have to listen, active listening skills. That's what I say. When you listen to these post-game press conferences, just listen to what people say, and you'll get a better sample size on who these people are. He was about to put Kia Nurse back in the game where she had the lowest plus minus on the team at -6, and he was going to put her back in for Rebecca Allen, and Rebecca Allen was a +16, and Rebecca Allen came off the bench, sparked something where she came off the bench and she dropped in 13 points off the bench, 5-11 from the field, 3 of 6 from three-point line, and he was about to take her out the game. That is diabolical. I'll let you get in here, Sister Tony. What you got?
Oh, Tony.
Sister Tony, you there? Can't hear nothing you're saying, Sister Tony. Got some technical difficulties. Sister Tony.
I don't think she there.
Yeah, she took off mute and then she came back, but we still can't hear her.
You might be having some technical difficulty. But yeah, that's the stuff I be talking about. That's why I got quiet. I got quiet in the fourth quarter on Bro Claude. I got quiet on it all because I was like, I don't know what this dude is doing, man.
Yeah. But look, check it out, man. We ain't gonna be here all night.
He was gonna pull Rebecca Allen out the game. Okay.
Yes, and put Kia Nurse back in the game.
I seen her go to the table. I was just looking like, okay.
And if she wouldn't have hit that three, Kia Nurse is going there to replace Becca Allen.
You
Wow.
know,
Go ahead, Tiffany.
I was gonna say two things stood out to me. One, he keeps on saying these things that are high key shows that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like he doesn't understand that defense wins games. He keeps talking about these shooters as if he had the audacity to say Kia had good defensive energy. Which Kia? Kia Soul? Is he talking about his car?
Kia Cardosa.
Right. Which Kia? Which Kia? Because it's not Kia Nurse. Okay. I think that his issue is, and I've been saying this ever since I've been watching him in the preseason, he keeps players and he's constructing a roster and he's playing people based on potential, on what they do in practice and not what they're doing in the game. Like he doesn't know how to make in-game assessments. How can you as a coach say that you don't know if Beck Allen should start when the best your offense has ever looked, spacing the floor, shifting defense, was when Beck Allen, who can dribble the ball and who can defend and who can shoot, was on the floor. Tyler Marsh, you need to clean your glasses. Tyler Marsh, you really need to take some basketball IQ assessments. Tyler Marsh, you need to develop yourself as a coach. You're a player developer coach. Develop yourself as a head coach. Because it's clear as day, no idea what you're doing. And last thing I'll say about my issue with this is
You got some feedback.
Okay.
Oh, that's not you. I think that might have been Sister Tony trying to come in. Go ahead, Tiffany.
Oh, okay. I'll let her go. But I was gonna say he keeps on saying like Sky has to play unselfish basketball. That is so crazy. If you look at any team that is winning games, Tyler, do you want to win games or do you want to run a summer camp? You have to play your starters or people who are playing well 30 minutes a game. You're talking about unselfish basketball, and the oldest player on your roster is playing 32 minutes, and the youngest and most versatile player is playing 25. Tyler Marsh has no idea what he's doing.
And on top of that, he's sending mixed signals to the 6'7" chick that's under the goal. Yeah, she's a great passer, you know. Tyler Marsh, you need to be telling that girl to dominate her matchup. If she sees she can dominate her matchup, dominate. Otherwise, if she get double, kick it out. Stop that foolishness, Tyler Marsh, because you trying to get threes up. That's what I think all this is about. He likes Kia Nurse because she can get threes up, and Rebecca Allen is got more of a bag, so she might pull up from the 2. She might pull up from the 3. She gonna pull up from the shot that's the best shot. But he just want people to run out to the 3-point line and shoot.
All right, let me get to the super chat.
Here comes the money.
Shout out to Miss Goody Two Shoes for the $5 super chat. I'm still not on the Marsh train. Where are the mid-range shots from Angel that I was promised that would open up so many opportunities for the Sky? Totally agree with that. All right, Sister Tony, are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you got feedback, echo.
I don't know why I have feedback and echo. I don't know what's going on tonight. Well, we got some thunderstorms around here, so maybe that's it. I'm not going to repeat what everybody said because everybody said the same thing. My thing right now, I need the same energy to go on into Saturday. The fact that you got Kamilla saying that she don't like to shoot, she wants to pass, that's coaching. And he's supposed to be a developed coach. So I need to see him develop these players because it's not fair to either Kamilla nor Angel that you got two talented winners, champion, and you surround them with icy hot players and you keep doing the same thing over and over. The fact that you could come on a conference and tell them that you was going to put in Kia Nurse in because if Rebecca Allen didn't make a shot, what kind of foolishness is that? You're letting people know that you don't know what the heck you're doing as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
If a reporter asking you a question, that means that reporter already knows what's going on, and they're trying to get that information out of you. Now you just made yourself look like a real fool, and it proved everybody wrong. I mean, right? It's at this point, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to give him grace because they had a rookie coach last year, but we weren't 1-4. We were 2-2 last year. And as bad as y'all say Teaspoon is, Teaspoon didn't knew at least when to take out somebody and when to put in people. You see the points dropping. You see the team taking over. You see Enrique getting hot, and you kept the same people in till we got tied up. And it's always the third quarter. That's why I don't even get excited. We had a big lead in the half, and then it just kept getting chopped off. And it's the same thing for the last 4 games. Nothing. The only thing is that Angel them decided like, well, we gonna do this. Come high or low, we winning this game tonight. Because had he put in like Tiffany said, he put in Banham and Kia Nurse, we was gonna lose this game. Kia Nurse can't defend. And who's in charge of the defense? Because I've never seen Chicago Sky look like this. This is the worst I've ever seen Chicago Sky.
And let's be clear. Let's be.
It's feedback on. You got to mute your mic, Tony, so the feedback won't come back. All right, go ahead, Al.
Yeah, let's be clear. And I think Tony just touched on it a little bit. This was a win because these women said we tired of losing. It was more about
Al,
that.
stop right there. Stop right there. That's what I was going to say in closing. When the game got close, it wasn't about coaching. Them girls went out there and figured out in them last few possessions. Ariel Atkins stepped up defensively. She hit the dagger shot. You go back to look at the screen. Angel reset for Courtney Vandersloot to get back door. Ariel Atkins made a play to get it to Courtney Vandersloot. Them girls took the onus on herself and said, look, we're not losing tonight. Now go ahead, Al.
Yeah, no, and you're absolutely right. And you said it on the last slide in that post game presser with Ariel and Angel. I mean, we talk about listening cues. They said some things that people had to pay attention to. And they pretty much, you and Keisha summed it up very well. They are tired of losing.
Yep.
And it's less about their confidence in themselves and one another, and more about their lack of confidence in the coach, the coaching staff, and then maybe even how they see themselves in the schemes that he's running, right? Like he just let us know if there was any doubt, any question. He let us know this is Sloot's team. He had some things to say about Kamilla. He is not running any type any type of plays for Angel at all. She, as always, has to get it out the mud.
Yep.
She got to get it out the mud. Y'all thought I was joking when I said I heard this man with my own ears.
Yeah.
Say,
I'm sorry it took so long for us to get to that. But that's the last thing he said to wrap the press conference up. Yeah.
and it's crazy because, again, as was already stated, he was just about to take her out and put Kia Nurse back in. Kia has, like, you have some players that have a well-rounded game and they got a bag. You never know what you're gonna get from them, right? They'll surprise you. Kia's not the player that's gonna surprise you. If she gets high and hits 3 threes in a row, that's probably all you're gonna get from her.
Yeah.
She's a defensive liability, but you're gonna take someone who you would rather have an inconsistent 3-point shooter on the floor in clutch time than someone who has a more well-rounded game, who can shoot the midi, who can drive to the basket, who can play defense, but also who can get a 3-point shot off.
Yeah.
That lets me know you don't know how to coach.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
something
got to
ain't
keep
right.
that. Yeah, we got to keep that same energy, like Tony said, going into Saturday's game. But look, check this out. In closing, I do want to give Ariel Atkins, man, her just dues, man. I got to give Ariel. I see y'all. Look, when that Ariel Atkins deal went down, I was excited. Right? Everybody else was like, "Oh, we gave up the number 3 pick." I'm not worried about that. Y'all see what Ariel Atkins is capable of doing when she's being aggressive, and I think Ariel Atkins looked at the film and said, "Look, I just got to start being aggressive. Just let me cook." And another thing, shout out to Kamilla. You know, she was aggressive offensively. I still would like to see her step up on the defensive end. I don't want her to fall into this mentality where if I get the ball, I got to pass the ball out. No, your passes are going to set up open shots if you be aggressive looking to score. Now you got to have a double team on you. That's when you look to pass out. And another thing, shout out to Rebecca Allen for coming in, doing what she's doing. She had the highest plus minus of plus 16. Shout out to Haley Van Lift for coming back from the knee injury, exciting the crowd. She's a game changer, changes the pace of the game. And it looked like we looked more comfortable in transition what we did in half court. And shout out to, Ariel Atkins at the end for stepping up. Like me and Elle said about the press conference, they getting tired of losing. So she took matters in her own hand down the stretch. Two big defensive stops on Enrique Mbawale. Also, she hit the dagger jumper. That's what she brings to the table. But with all that being said, man, look, we're going to wrap it up tonight, man. We're going to get up out of here, man. Appreciate everybody that's in the chat. Appreciate all the love and support. Appreciate all the people that came up on the panel. But look, we're going to dive deep into this tomorrow on the 4-court trio because I know people got a lot more to say and a lot more to discuss. But like I said, appreciate all the love and support. Appreciate you, Tiffany and Company. Appreciate you, Sister Keisha. Appreciate you, Sister Tony. Steady Serv'n ENT and our great person, our mother of the channel, Elle. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the love and support in the chat. But look, we're trying to keep these shows under 2 hours.
I just want to say thank you for bringing me up here.
Oh, not a problem. Not a problem, Tony. Anytime.
I have to do it, so I'm really grateful when you allow me to come up here and say my piece.
All right, appreciate you. And appreciate all the love and support. Appreciate all the love and support. All right, now check this out. Tomorrow, man, make sure y'all are following the 4-court trio page. We're going to be on there. We got a lot to talk about. Yeah, make sure y'all follow. Yeah, appreciate that, Tiffany and Company, for dropping it off in there. Make sure y'all, I'd like to give a shout out to Bro Claude and Sister Keisha. They called a great game, but this is the first time I saw Keisha over there rattled and befuddled. I saw her. She wasn't actually pulling her hair out, but she was actually pulling her hair out. Yeah.
Let me tell y'all, when I get quiet, not good.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the heck is going on here?
I had to save a player.
Yeah, but we poured through. Man, I appreciate everybody's love and support. And once again, we'll be back tomorrow on the 4-court trio YouTube page. Make sure y'all go over there and like, follow, and subscribe. Make sure y'all run them likes up as well. Look at all the videos that we dropped on there. Just give us a follow and help us with these watch hours. Appreciate you, Elle, but appreciate you, ADP, everybody in chat, Reddick Milky Way. I see everybody. Appreciate all the love and support. And we're going to catch y'all on the next one.
Please Please share, y'all.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Droppin' podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.